Hi, Graham.
Hi.
You got team news first of all, please?
No injuries, no problems. So pretty much the same squad that we had in the previous game.
Brighton and yourself received a lot of praise since Sunday. A lot of time, if Brighton were to get a win like that, it'd focus a lot on the opposition instead. But the club have got a lot of recognition for that. Is it nice to get some of that praise?
I suppose in some way it's better than getting the criticism, but I think it's part of the noise that you have to deal with around the Premier League. Not too carried away with what anybody says from the outside, positive or negative. It's opinion, it changes quickly. So we just internally deal with the results, which is good for us, of course. But then we know we've got another tough game at the weekend, so you're pretty quickly down to earth and pretty quickly moving on.
Yeah. On the flip side to that, Gary Neville said, he described after the game that United are the easiest team in the Premier League to play against at the moment. Obviously, high emotions. What do you make of those comments?
Well, Gary's a Manchester United fan, and sometimes after the game, people have strong feelings, and he's entitled to those feelings and those opinions. That's football, like I said.
Moise Caicedo's performance, so much attention on that as well. It's no secret that United were interested in him as well before Brighton did get him. Just how good is he at the moment? How good is he going to be?
Well, he's playing well. He's enjoying his football. We believe in him a lot. We always have. It's not easy to take a young man from Ecuador and to move him into this country and to adapt to the league and all that stuff. But he's done it really well, and he's performing at a really good level. And I don't like to put too much pressure on young players because they need to just play, and we can see how it goes development-wise. But he's got some really positive early signs.
On Marc Cucurella and that left-back spot, you have said that the club will be looking for a possible replacement, but you seem to be quite happy that if that doesn't happen, there's loads of names being linked, of course. If that doesn't happen, do you feel fairly well stocked there?
Yeah, we've got a few options there. It depends on the system, and depends on how we want to play the game. So yeah, I'm comfortable there. Like I said before, it's like anything. You need to keep looking to see if there's anybody that can improve your squad generally when the window's open. But as I've also said, we're not reactionary necessarily. We want to try and think ahead and do something that is sensible and right for the club in the short, medium, long term. Easier said than done, but that's what we try to do.
You know that we get very excited in the media when an English player plays very well. Danny Welbeck looks about as sharp and fit as he's ever been. Looks close to his best to those sort of days when he was playing for England. Do you sort of have the same opinion? And if so, do you think that actually he could be someone that could knock on the door of an England recall one day? Well,
I mean, I think it's just for me to say that Danny Welbeck is probably in the best condition, and he's certainly been in since I've been working with him. He's enjoying his football. He knows how important he is to the team. He's a top player, top person. He's always supported the team, always supported the guys, even when he hasn't been playing. Played a role fantastically well, somebody that everybody looks up to. So we're just delighted that he's enjoying his football.
Yeah, just finally on that, you have quite a noticeable group of experienced players, Danny being one of them, like Pascal Gross and Lewis Dunk and Adam Lallana. How much does Danny sort of seem to really thrive in that responsibility?
I think he is. I think he enjoys it. I think he enjoys the respect and responsibility that he has. Like I said, he mixes with everyone at the club, and he's a top professional. He wants to play. He wants to win. He wants to compete, but he's very supportive if that's not the case. And he's a great example for everybody.
Yeah, and his tummy's all right now.
Sorry?
No, his tummy's all right now. No risk of having a
tummy,
toilet strapped to the back of him.
No, that's all cleared up.
Thank you.
Hi, Graham. Good afternoon. Good to see you. It was a very positive performance last Sunday, but what satisfied you the most?
Well, the results, what we're there for, so that was nice. And then I don't think it's, as I said after the game, you can't be perfect necessarily all the time. You have to suffer. I thought we did that. I thought it's not easy to go to Old Trafford, and you need the little margins to go your way. I didn't think we got those either, to be honest. I was asked afterwards about the penalty, which I think there was a definite penalty. I don't like to speak about referees directly after the game, but I think they could have possibly gone down to 10 men. So these things you need, we didn't get, but we still managed to get the result, and we still managed to perform well, keep our heads, if you like, and focus on what we needed to do. First half performance was very strong, and second half, even though we could get a penalty to make it 3-0, they score after that, and then it becomes difficult for us. And we managed to see that period out, because Old Trafford, doesn't matter what happens before, once it gets to 2-1, anything can happen. And credit to the boys, they saw it out.
That level of resiliency we saw from your players, especially after United score, is that something you believe is a key area for success for Brighton this season?
Yeah, it's a key. I think it's a key period for us at any point in time, and it's something that we fight for on a daily basis in terms of how we act, how we are as a group, how we deal with disappointments together, how we try to support each other even though we're competing against each other. They're really important. They're the things that make a difference for us, because, like I said, we can't go out there and sign £50 million player and all the wages that there's the implications to that. We can't do that. So we have to rely on ourselves and our environment, our team spirit, our togetherness.
And what did you make of Newcastle's performance against Forrest and the level of consistency we've seen from them pretty much from the last several months until now?
Yeah, really impressive performance again. A deserved victory. Eddie's done a fantastic job. They've a combination of course, I think recruiting well in January and again in the summer, but also and I think it goes overlooked is the quality of Eddie's work. The players, if you look at the front five, they're all there before him, and I think he's improved them. He's improved them as a team, improved the individuals. So I have a lot of respect for the job that he's done. It's a fantastic effort there from everybody, and they're going to come with a real stern test.
Thank you.
Graham, in terms of the squad, Julio Enciso didn't make the squad. Is he likely to be involved, or is it just a case of balance of the squad or each individual game? How are you looking at it? Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, he played a game for the 21s in the week, because it was important for him just to get a sense of football in this country and get a feel for things. So we'll see how he is, but he's in and around the squad. Obviously, there's a lot of competition, and that's where we're at the moment.
Yeah, good place to be. In terms of Kasper Kozłowski, what are you thinking in terms of his plans, and is he in a similar sort of position where you just want to have a good look at him and assess him? Yeah,
he's a bit similar, but he's had obviously a little injury, so we're just getting him back up to speed. Combination of building that fitness up, he had some game time as well, so we're looking at what the right thing for him is to continue his development as a player. We've got a few weeks to make that call, but we'll see.
A lot last season was made of the home form, but towards the end of the campaign, 2 draws, 2 wins, there was actually, you're trending in the right direction, so it must give you a bit of confidence.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something to complain about, isn't there? So that's how it is, and it's a fair. When you look at the result, it was a fair complaint, something we have to deal with. Like you say, I think we played well after the international break at Norwich, even though we drew, and then I think it was Man United and West Ham with the 2 wins. So we got there. It's a process, but as I've always said, it's better to win your games at home, because in front of your own supporters, it's how you build things and how you build a nice feeling at the club. But at the same time, points are points. I won't complain if we get them elsewhere, but we go into every game trying to win, and we go into every game trying to be competitive, and then we see.
And in terms of getting the win against Newcastle, what's the biggest challenge? Is it the pace they have up front, or the creativity of Guimaraes? Where do you see the biggest dangers?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few, to be honest. The front three are all dangerous in all different ways. Maximum, Wilson and Almiron provide different threats, but equally challenging. I think Eddie's found a really good role for Joel Linton, who's in between sort of midfield and attack, and does a bit of both, but does it well. Willock as an 8 going forward as well offers a goal threat, and he's a player, and like you say, the Bruno Guimaraes, excuse me if that's not a correct pronunciation, but impressive. That that front six, they're impressive, and then Kieran Trippier at right back can deliver crosses. They've invested well. We know obviously there's a centre back that plays on the left who's not bad as well. So we know him. Looking forward to seeing Dan. So now they're a strong, like I said, strong side, strong individuals, and then Eddie has just got them organised and believing, and there's a positivity at Newcastle by all the things that have happened off the pitch. So they're in a good place. So we have to be really, really strong.
And what sort of reception do you think Dan will get? Or what reception do you hope Dan will get when he returns?
I think and hope that Dan will get a good reception. I think people, Brighton and Hove Albion are fair. They understand that he gave his best every single week for them. Whether he was good, bad or indifferent, he did. He absolutely did. And certainly in my time, he really contributed to what we've achieved here. He's a top professional, top person, and we hope he doesn't have a particularly nice day, but we wish him well, of course.